iPads can't handle cold environments. They can't handle anything less than 75 in inside. Apparently, even though the circuits should be rated, and I mean, like this is me speaking as an electrical engineer. The circuit should be rated to be minus 20. They should be rated for minus 20. Quite frankly, they should be. The batteries should be rated for minus 20. Now, it's not even minus 20 Celsius out here. It's a normal it's a normal temperature, bruh. Like, come on now. What's good, Saul? Welcome in. We're going back. Apparently, y'all missed all the offensive lineman training I was giving y'all. But I'm not gonna go back and actually, I will go back and backtrack a little bit. So, we already did our warm up. iPad died because freaking Apple sucks. I put that on life, bro. Don't hire me, Apple. Samsung though. Hey, Samsung. If y'all ever need somebody, I'm always available. NFL, I'm always available. Anyway, what I was explaining was that when you're kicking as an offensive line, when you're pass setting, you may have to slide to the left or you may have to slide to the right. Now, when you're sliding to the left, you may be sliding to the left with your left foot up. You may be sliding to the left with your left foot back. So if you're sliding with your left foot back, you want to have patient hands. You don't want to stagger too much, because if you stagger too much, you give away the fact that you're passing. So if you stagger your feet, you don't want it to be more than this much right here. That way you can push off your inside foot or your forward foot and boom, give a good punch and start driving. If you got a kick, you still have a stagger, so you can push off that boom and get back. So inside, left foot back, going to the left, should look something like this. Set, hit, and you want to have patient hands. When your right foot back, should look something like this. Same stagger. Right, why not? Set, hit. Now you also don't want to flinch before the play, because that can get a false start. So don't flinch before the play. Now if your left foot is up and you have to go to the back, you have to go back left, you have to slide left. Lion. Why not? Set, hit. You're going to push off that front foot and send it back as you slide into your protection. Same thing with the right foot up. With your right foot up, you're coming here, why not, set, hit. And you're coming right there, ready to get hit anytime. Now, like I was explaining before, I'm trying to get through this fast, because as much as I love the cold, I don't like being cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always icy, I'm always cold, but I don't like being cold, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's a joke, little wintry mixed joke. Anyway, you want to have patient hands. Your hands have to be patient, and they have to be able to work independently. You can't go, because when you're doing that, your hands get swatted, you lose the rep. So you got to be ready right here. Boom, 1, 2, punch. Get them off balance. Or if you notice, if you know you got like Aaron Donald situation, you had to hit him with a little set, hit, punch, and then you get back in your stance. As an old lineman, your reps on passes are not won with your hands. You will never win any rep with just your hands. You got to have the footwork to match. If your footwork is trash, if you're kicking like this, all lazily, picking your feet up, not stuck in the ground, ready to stand someone up, you're going to lose the rep. So you got to be ready to go from here to here. And you see how fast I was able to get back in a position where I'm not going to be moved. I'm not going to be moved. Unless, of course, it's Aaron Donald. But, Aaron Donald retired, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Or Myles Garrett. Myles, hey, how's it going, Myles? A-whoop and all that. But, yeah, so there we go. Had to clear up that little vision, that peripheral. So now we've done left side, we're going to do right side, right foot up, sliding right. I also have like that coaching kind of voice. I can make my voice echo and project really easily. So we're going right foot up, sliding right. Here we go. Why not? Ready? Hands ready, thumbs up. Whenever you punch as offense or defensive line, you want your thumbs up. You don't want to punch like this, that's how you get swatted. You don't want to punch like this, that's how you get bent. You don't want to punch like this, that's how your hands get broken. You want your thumbs up, palms out, and boom, right to the chest plate. Boom, right to the chest plate. Here we go, right foot up. We're going to punch, chop, punch. But don't move your shoulders that much, because this is for an over exaggeration. You're gonna punch, chop, punch. Get the defensive line's hands off you. Here we go. Wide nine, wide nine. 180. Set. Now I was impatient on the first punch. That's why the chop came so late. Because my punch, sometimes your punch is gonna miss. Your punch may miss, and they may still shoot their hands after your first punch. So you still got to chop and punch back in there. Gotta swat the hands down, get the hands off you. Gotta get their hands off you. Here we go. Why nine, why nine? Roar, 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 roar. Set, hit. I messed up the rep. Messed up the rep. Punch, swat, chump. Punch, swat, chump. Okay. Here we go. It's all mental. It's mental toughness. Hands cold, but it's all good. It's mental toughness at this point. Here we go. Punch, chop, punch. Why nine, why nine? Set, hit. Yeah, there we go. So, you want to be an offensive lineman. You said no, too bad. You're 250 and you can't run as fast as the D tackle. You're coming to O-line. Now, what's the first thing that they're going to teach you on offensive line? They're going to teach you how to run block. They don't trust you to pass block yet. Nobody trusts anybody to pass block. Ask any quarterback besides what's his name? Not Justin Fields. Jalen Hurts. Ask any quarterback besides Jalen Hurts if they trust their offensive line to pass block for them on their first day. No, they don't. They're going to teach you a run block because coaches love to say, oh, the run sets up the pass. The run sets up the pass. It kind of does, but the run block is the O-line's bread and butter. You know, we got a lot of bread and butter in these guts right here. A lot of bread and butter. So we run bread and butter plays all the time. So the first thing you're going to do on any offensive line, your first thing is going to learn is a basic run block. You're going to run base blocking, and it's probably going to be against some kind of dummy or some dummy holding a shield. Get it? Because football players are dumb? That's a joke. Engineering degree. Played football. Don't play with me. So, on offensive line, your first move, you're probably going to learn, if you're not center, if you're a guard, you're probably going to learn base left or base right. So base left, you have your splits right. First thing they're going to yell at you, get your splits right. Get your splits right. What do you mean get my splits right? You want the split between your foot and the next lineman's foot to be... My equipment over here trying to trip on me, bro. You want your foot and the next lineman's foot, trying to give y'all a good visual. Y'all want to be about this far apart, probably max. You're trying to create holes for the running back to get through there. The offense can't run through you. As much as you might think that you're transparent and transmissible, you're not. You're not an osmosis barrier. You're not getting through a big 350-pound offensive lineman. But what you can do as an offensive lineman is you can move other 350-pound people out of the way. So the first thing you're probably going to learn is simple base left or base right. Now that play is extremely simple. You line up with your good splits that the coaches yelled at you about 1,000 times over. You're going to be back here, and they're going to have a linebacker probably standing right where you are. You're going to come here, you're going to line up. I may need the bucket for this. Coaching on a budget, you know what I'm saying? Coaching on a budget. Five Below coaching. This is my Five Below coach right here. Sponsored by Home Depot. Five Below coach, sponsored by Home Depot. That wind's starting to try and pick up now, but it's okay. Come on, bro. Stick in the bucket. Stick in the bucket. Stick in the bucket. Stick in the bucket, brother. Stick in the bucket. Okay. So, base left. You're going to line up. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my keys so I can get this dirt out the car. Grandma, can you hold my keys in my head? Sure. Almost got played, bro. Almost got played. My car saved me, bro. I'm not even lying to y'all. Not even lying to y'all. Almost got played, bro. All right. Let's use this dirt. Man, this is so bad. I can't even show a basic run block in school. Freaking. I didn't bring any water out. Okay, here we go. So now it's not gonna tip over to the left, to the right. We're running base left. Man, my hands is cold. Running base left. Make sure I'm not getting frostbite. Gotta warm the hands up with the core body temperature. We're gonna take a break. Warm it with the core body temperature. We're gonna take a quick break. Wonder how them players be out there whole hour of the game, no problem. It's because they got them heaters. They got them heaters outside. Them big coats. They put cayenne pepper and stuff in their shoes and stuff. Maybe they be getting creative out there, making things work. I need my hands, so I'm gonna keep my hands a little bit warm. Y'all doing all right though? Hope y'all doing all right. We straight chilling. Literally, chilling. Now, if I had some hot hands, you know about them hot hands things, man? Man, them hot hands, they come in handy. You get what I mean? Anyway, little jokes. If I had some hot hands, though, I'd be chilling, bro. I'd be straight. Also, you notice I'm keeping the helmet on. When you play football in the cold weather, keep that helmet on. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't get yourself cooked. Taking the helmet on and off, got your head exposed, all that heat coming off your head. You see the steam coming off, you cooked. I'm just trying to warn y'all. Okay, so first thing you're going to learn as an offensive lineman, you're going to learn base right or base left, whichever base left. They may call it something. They may call it Boston. They may call it Bills. They may call it Bobby. I don't know. They're going to call it something with a B. So I'm going to start with a B, all right? We're going to start here. Actually, I'm going to start on this side so I can actually get a good block. Yeah, we're going to start on the right side, and then we're going to switch to the left side. We're going to start a good block. You're going to be lined up with a good split. When the ball is snapped, you're going to take one drive step from that front foot. You're not taking a step. You're not taking a step back. You're not taking a step to the side. You're taking a drive step forward. A drive step forward. You should be so forward on that drive step that you should basically almost fall over when you get past it. And then you're going to lock it with the defender, and you're going to drive him until you get to the second level. Drive until you get to the second level, all right? I'm going to pull the jersey down so I keep that core body temperature a little higher, all right? Anyway, so you're going to go here. I'm going to say, down! Ready? What now? Why not? Set, hit, boom. First step is here. Your first step should be forward and to where you're blocking that. You should never step backwards because you're giving up ground. You're trying to gain ground on every play. Here we go. So we're going to first start with our gain ground step. Wide nine, set, hit. Gaining ground. Gaining ground. That's the first thing we're doing. We're gaining ground. Here we go again. Wide nine, set, hit. Gaining ground. We're gaining ground. Now, after you gain ground on your first step, you're going to come through, you're going to step, and at that same step, you're going to punch. And you're going to basically be on one side of the defender. You're probably going to be double teaming them. Pause. With that double team, you're going to pause. You're going to get him to the linebacker, and you're going to peel off and engage the linebacker with the hearty punch to the chest. So, it should look something like this. Wide nine. Ready. That. Boom. Just like that. Now, it's not always going to be clean, especially when your hands is cold. When your hands is cold or things are moving in motion, it's not going to look clean. You're not going to always have a solid lock on. So you got to be ready and able to switch your hands fast. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of what I was telling y'all earlier about having independent hands, patience, punching individually with each hand, because you got to have quick hands. That D lineman don't like being touching. Don't like being touched. Tackles don't like being touched. Here we go again. Here we go again. Try to warm up a little bit more. I see now when I take those 40 seconds between plays. I see it now. I used to clown them, but I see it now. I see it now. You know, I'm gonna have some space heaters on my sideline. Hello. When I coach, I'm gonna have some space heaters on my sideline. Get that extension cord, man. Player's gonna be warmer than heck. Here we go. Wide nine. Set, hit. Drive them back. You're coming through, gaining ground, coming through, gaining ground, and driving back. I've really got to warm my hands up, y'all. Good thing I'm wearing 2 layers of pants. Because, see, the first layer is really a windbreaker pair. The second layer is where I can get to my body temperature. Oh, yeah, there we go. I didn't want to do this I didn't want to start this in front of the camera because it looked weird. But, you know, I got 2 layers on, and both layers got pockets. So I'm warming my hands up real quick. Them coaches be pansies, bro. They be out there with all them gloves and big coats on and stuff. About to be the coach with a pair of hot hands in my pocket. Hot hands in the pocket. Helmet on. No pads, though. I can't get confused for a player. I'll be calling the plays with the helmet headset. But I also might call it in just a minute because my feet are starting to get cold too, and I can't get my feet cold. My feet starting to get cold. My hands already cold. We might do down block, and then I might do 1 tackle to slide in the snow. I love sliding in this icy weather, man. I love it. It's so satisfying to slide in this weather. It's so satisfying. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm checking my fingers to make sure that they feel like my fingers, you know? Because for those of you who don't know, when you get frostbite to any degree, your fingers start to get waxy. They start to feel waxy, and you know because they lost circulation, they can freeze off. Same thing with toes, but so what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep blood flow in there so I can keep the body part warm. So I don't have to lose any fingers or toes, which would be bad. All right, hands should be warm enough now. Keep those pockets on the inside. Turn inside, you know. All right, here we go. I'm showing y'all the down block. I don't know why these people driving on this ice, bro. I don't know why. Like people probably looking at me like, I don't know why he's out here in this ice. I don't know what people driving on this ice. You don't get driving the freaking sunshine in Texas. Freaking hate it, bro. So we're gonna do a down block. Actually, no, we're gonna do a tackle. We're gonna do a tackle. We're gonna do a tackle. We're gonna call it a day. So, textbook tackle. If you're ever playing offensive line, your quarterback is probably throwing quarterback will probably throw an interception at some point, and you're gonna say, "Gosh dang it, Billy, I protected you. Why the heck did you throw that interception?" Not realizing that your teammate Tommy almost let up a sack, and the quarterback just threw it up. So now you see, I don't know, Deion Sanders running your way, and you say, "Holy crap, that's Deion Sanders running my way with his fast self. What am I to do?" Well, first off, you want to have a good pursuit angle. You can't come at him straight like this. You're going to get burned every time. You got to have a pursuit angle somewhat equivalent to where he's going to be as you're approaching him. Because, you know, the law of triangles, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You got the c squared, or the square root of c squared is the length of the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the line in between two angles to make a triangle, especially a right triangle. It's the longest side of the triangle. Now, every triangle has a hypotenuse, but it's the easiest to figure out with a right triangle. So, you can't come at him straight on like this, because he's going to burn you this way. And hopefully, if you're an offensive lineman, you're in a position where you're running at him. You're not running from behind him, because, let's be honest, no offensive lineman will ever catch Deion Sanders. So your hope is that he kicked it off, and you're running at him from this angle right here. You're trying to get him from this angle right here. Now, when you get to him, what do? You want to take the outside shoulder, this shoulder right here, bring it to his inside hip, the hip that's on your inside. That way you get a good wrap up and a good drive to stop his momentum. Because he's going to put out a stiff arm, but if you keep your head up, you also want to keep your head up. Keep your head up, the stiff arm ain't going to be as effective. And then if you get your arms out there, because even if he's stiff arms, you got an arm to grab. If he's stiff arms, you got an arm to grab him down with. You just got to wrap on an arm, hug him. So, I'll show you one tackle, slide in the snow, and I'll call it for dead. So here we go. Why not? Set. Hey, roar. Set. Hit. Oh, snap, interception. Oh. Just like that. That's how you want to make a textbook tackle. Full body contact. Don't let them get around you. You just want to get there. You want to get there and take them out. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Why I Don't Trust Apple. I'm packing it up because it's cold out here. So bring it in, team. Bring it in. Ready, break down, whoa! Break down, whoa! Break down, whoa! Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video in the stream. I'll read the live comments and stuff later. Okay, I'm making sure we're still live. I'll read the comments and stuff later. But thank you guys so much for watching the video in the stream. If you liked it, strike that like button like a ninja really would. Subscribe today to join the Shinobi. Join in the Discord, and I'll see all you guys in the next one. Stay warm, be safe, and hopefully you use this stuff next time you play football. All right, peace out.